we already established that being self-employed, the rules of the game are going to be dramatically better for you. If you're an employee, the rules of the game, and the game I'm talking about is IRS, tax deductions, and so on. The rules are very, very restricted. So if that's the case, then everybody should just be an independent contractor and nobody should be an employee. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that easily, right? If it was that easy, there would be no employees. Everybody would be an independent contractor. So the IRS really scrutinizes this very, very carefully, and they have two major tests that they look at to determine this. Now, some of you are in private practice already, I'm assuming. Who's already in private practice? Okay, so most of you, that's great. So some of you maybe pay dentists that are independent contractors, and they're not on W-2. You need to pay close attention to this because this is a double-edged sword. You want to make sure that whether you're the independent contractor or the dental practice owner paying someone an independent contractor, that you're following these rules. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. So there's two laws. One is the common law test. The other one's the ABC test. The ABC test is stricter, but easier to understand and follow. The common law test has 20 criteria that you have to go through. If you meet most, you don't have to meet all of them, but if you meet most of those criteria, then you could pay somebody as an independent contractor, or the other way around. If you're the independent contractor, you could ask to be paid that way. So most states, as well as U.S. Department of Labor now, are following the ABC test, so we're going to focus in on that. So the three major criteria, you have to meet all three of these. This is really the gold standard. Number one, the worker is free from the control and direction of the hiring entity. So what does that mean? If that independent contractor is coming into your office and you're dictating how he performs his procedures, what he has to do, how he has to do it, and you're controlling what he does, then you're going to fail that test. So you got to make sure that if it's truly an independent contractor working for you, or you're working for somebody, you have to be the decision maker because you're self-employed as a dentist. Letter B, you got to perform work that's outside of your usual course of hiring entity. So what does that mean? Well, if you're a general dentist and you hired a maintenance man to come in, clearly you could pay him as an independent contractor. But probably the better example is, what if you hire an orthodontist to come work in your practice and you don't perform that type of dentistry? It's a specialty. That's fine as well. So if you're a general dentist and hire another general dentist, guess what? You end up failing test B. It's got to be someone outside. And dentists that are in private practice, I see them do this all the time, and they do get in trouble for not following these rules. The other item here is, customarily, that independent contractor is an independent contractor for multiple other offices. If you're the only dental office he works for, that's just not going to fly. We recently did a lecture, the three of us, for American Dental Association. Where was it? In Virginia. So at the end, a dentist came over. I'm in private practice. I said, great, what do you do? General dentistry. I said, terrific. Her husband went to work for her, and what happened there was, he's also a general dentist. I said, that's just not going to work. Plus, was getting paid under his own name. So it's very easy to get caught up and go down the wrong road here, but you really don't want to. You want to make sure you follow and make sure you have ABC test covered very, very well. The other important thing about employee versus independent contractor is, how are you getting paid? So if you're paying someone in their name and you're writing a check out to their name and you're giving them a 1099 in their social security number, your odds of getting in trouble here are significantly higher. So what we do is, with all our dental practice owners, we tell them, you want to hire an independent contractor? Great. Does he meet test A, B, and C? If they say yes, I say great. But then I tell them, for added security, make sure they set themselves up as an LLC. because that LLC will give you the power now, instead of making a check directly to the dentist's name, you're going to make it to the name of an entity. And I've been doing this for 40 years. I've gone through various Department of Labor audits, IRS payroll audits. When they look through your general ledger to see the payments you made, if it's made to an employee, they're going to question it, if it's an independent contractor or not. If it's made to an entity, I've never seen them question that. So food for thought, keep this all in mind every time you hire someone as an independent contractor or go out and get paid as an independent contractor.